also clown on the side. Please give it up for Charlotte Wunderbar.
Hey, hi. I'm Charlotte. My pronouns are she or they. Don't really care. And my most controversial stance is that I think that getting a significant haircut should be in the DSM. Um, I did recently get a significant haircut. I don't know if you can tell. It's not because of quarantine. It is because I did just get dumped. It was an 8-month relationship, or like 8 months of hanging out, whatever the kids are calling it these days. Um, and it was weird. I don't know if you could tell from like my overalls and like my haircut and like my barely suppressed anger, but I am a lesbian. Um, and lesbian
Ow!
breakups are really confusing because it's like, oh babe, you're great, I love you, you're my favorite person, you're in my heart, I support your emotional journey, now get the fuck out. It's a confusing vibe, it really is. And here's the thing, I got broken up with, and then 4 days later found out that my cat, because of course I have a cat, has an inoperable cancer, and I was like, okay, so the universe is just giving me too many personal growth opportunities right now. Too many. Yeah, the problem was, I got the cat news, and I was like, I don't have a second head to buzz. Like, I needed it more later. Didn't appreciate what I had when I had it. It's been a difficult time for sure. I've definitely wondered if there's a way to do stand up and like bring your therapist so they can like spray you with a little water bottle every time you like deflect with humor. I want to make sure that I'm processing. I'm going on like my full emotional journey to become the new me. I will say though, I have had a lot of clarity lately about breakups. I used to think that they were bad because they're painful, and then I thought they were good because they end bad relationships. And then I realized that breakups are evil because they generate stand-up comedy. So I'm strongly against now. I have been trying to find ways to like cope with it. And people are always like, you need to rebound. Like, you need to just like get under someone else. The problem is, I don't know what the equivalent of a rebound is if you're like a prude who hates eye contact. Um, I think that it's when you go to Lush and they rub the lotion sample on your arm and you like lose your mind from the first physical contact you've had in months. Like that's what I want right now. Um, so just being like a single lesbian is very confusing. People really the stereotype, of course, that it's like a nonstop fuck fest, and like that's true too. Um, but I think for me, it's been more like being at like a weird like state fair, just full of white people who love ranch dressing inexplicably. Um, Lest you think I have pride, that is like my sexual record. Just people who put ranch dressing on their pizza. And we don't have to respect that. We really don't. But I've been thinking a lot about what my identity is. Sort of without this validation of like having a girlfriend, having a partner, having someone who like cares about me. Um, and I think that lesbianism is really about learning what to expect when a deodorant just says cool fresh on it. Um, I don't know if anyone's encountered this, but women's deodorants are like lavender, honeysuckle, and men's deodorants just say like Zoom as the smell. Um, and I kind of wish that they would just talk to me like I'm a little stupider and just label it like sexy tree. That's really what I want. I think that's what we all want. Um, But lesbianism is not just about decoding men's deodorant. Lesbianism is about dating people who have the absolute balls to put emotionally available in their Tinder bio. Um, yeah, here's the thing: like, if you're in your 20s and you think you're emotionally available, no, you're not. Like 100%. And I think it's a confusing label. Like I think emotionally available on a Tinder bio to me is very similar to when you see a product that says like ethically made. you know, like it might mean that it's really good, or it might just mean that it was made by a white person who does Reiki. So there's a lot of anxiety about that. Um, so I decided after this breakup that I was gonna like turn my life around, and like do new things, be a new me. And I decided to convert to Judaism. I was like, I don't need any gays in my DMs other than Rabbi Lori. I want her to get back to me with the reading group times. Um, yeah, and this is something I've been thinking about for a long time, a few years now. And I would just like Google, you know, how to convert to Judaism with exactly the same energy of like 12-year-old me Googling "Am I gay?" quiz. Um, you know, like it was barreling towards something, and I had barely any awareness of where I was going. But it was prophetic in a way. The problem is that, you know, when you process a breakup, you go through like all these stages of like emotional development. Like you're sad, and then you're angry, and then you're like sad and angry again a few more times, and then you're like horny at a weird time, and it's like just a lot of things. But eventually you reach this like clarity and catharsis, and I got there, and I was like, fuck, gotta tweet about it, gotta tweet about it. Which actually just cancels out everything you just did. Yeah, unfortunately. So it no longer counts. I gotta go through sad, angry, horny again. The one thing that I've been like kind of reassured by is the knowledge that like if you're active on Twitter, then like sex doesn't count. So it's like the whole relationship never happened in the first place, which has been a huge relief for this mois. It's been in general just a weird year. I finally came out to my parents. They were genuinely surprised, even though they've been able to see me physically for 25 years. And there were multiple occasions when my parents came to visit me, and, you know, I would meet them for breakfast, and my dad and I would be wearing the same outfit. So I think there were maybe hints that they weren't ready to pick up on yet, is my thought. Yeah, that's about all I have to say. I feel like if I like do any more, I'm just gonna fully get back into like doing the sad, angry, horny processing, and then it's going to be like a crime against all of you. So thank you so much for your time. It's been great performing with you, and thanks, Lolita, for having me.
Yes, one more time for Charlotte Vonnevar. I know you're at home and you're not. You know that we